All right, let's talk about Black Rain, the Ridley Scott film where Michael Douglas trades Wall Street suits for leather jackets and motorcycles, all while trying to outgrit the Japanese underworld. Surprisingly, a lot of people have never heard of this film. Douglas plays Conklin, a New York cop who's basically Gordon Gekko with a badge and a hangover. He's the kind of guy who probably uses hair gel as a moral compass. After some, let's say, creative accounting in his police work, he and his partner get sent to Japan to escort a Yakuza member back to Osaka. But, plot twist, the Yakuza escapes the second they land, and suddenly our New York boys are stuck in Japan trying to hunt down mobsters in a neon lit crime saga. His partner Charlie, played by Andy Garcia, is the affable, good natured contrast, a guy who smiles too much for a world this smoky and dangerous. Spoiler alert, if you're in a Ridley Scott movie set in a crime ridden city and you smile too much, things don't end well for you. Filming in Japan adds major flavor here. Ridley Scott, being Ridley Scott, turns Osaka into a dystopian postcard. All steel, rain, and cigarette smoke. You can almost smell the exhaust fumes through the screen. It's like Blade Runner took a vacation, ordered sushi, and got into a bar fight. The cultural clash is half the fun. You've got Douglas stomping around with his tough New York cop energy, while the Japanese detectives politely roll their eyes at his cowboy methods. The standout here among the local police is Ken Takakura, who plays Detective Masumoto, the definition of calm, stoic badassery. He's the perfect counterpoint to Douglas's gruff chaos. Watching them learn mutual respect feels like a cop drama wrapped in a buddy comedy dipped in a noir filter. The other major shout out is Yusaku Matsuda as Sato. This was actually the actor's last role as he passed from cancer shortly after filming ended. He persevered through the filming despite his illness, and his role is both riveting and terrifying in every scene. A truly amazing final bow, R.I.P. The soundtrack is pure 80s gold. This is some of Hans Zimmer's really early work, way before Inception and Dark Knight, back when he was just a synth wizard with the big dreams. Throw in some guitar licks from Greg Allman and you got music that makes you want to hop on a motorcycle, even if the last bike you rode was a stationary one at the gym. Look, the plot isn't reinventing the cinema here. It's your standard tough cop learns respect and cultural humility through mutual violence storyline. The story sometimes feels like it's outlined on the back of a napkin at a bar, but who cares? You're not here for the narrative depth or deep personal relationships. You're here for style, attitude, visual spectacle, and Michael Douglas scowling his way through cultural misunderstandings and chewing on every piece of scenery that there is.
I can take anything I want. Anything.
By the end, you'll basically feel like you smoked half a pack of cigarettes just watching this film. It's stylish, brooding, and oozes that late 80s energy, back when every cop movie came with a soundtrack and a moral crisis. But you'll also realize that Black Rain is one of those perfectly gritty, weirdly charming 80s gems. Part action movie, part travelogue, part fashion statement. If you love cop thrillers with a dash of neon noir, some macho posturing, and a whole lot of atmospheric drizzle, grab your trench coat and hop on that bike. Just don't smile too much. Hit that like button if you love gritty 80s flicks and drop a comment with your favorite fish out of water cop film. Next time we'll be diving into another underrated gem. Catch you on the next video.